What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. Bought some Tesla stock last week. I'm stoked about it. So wanted to make an episode breaking down, why I had a little bit of money, why I decided to buy Tesla, my analysis of the company. Before we get right into it, wanted to make sure you guys remember I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Have a disclaimer in the description of every video. Make sure to check that out. So now let's get into the 7 reasons why I decided to buy Tesla stock. Reason number 1, Flamethrower investment didn't work out. I ordered 8 flamethrowers from Elon Musk's boring company with the intention of flipping them after they sold out. I thought they were going to have incredible resale value, sort of like a collectible sneaker sort of trade, documented on the channel. I even gave away a flamethrower. Well, turns out boring company sends out the terms and conditions a couple weeks ago. You can't transfer ownership. Talked to my cousin who's a lawyer. He's like, definitely don't resell these. So the boring company was super awesome and they let you get a refund if you didn't want to sign the terms of service. So I got a refund on half my flamethrowers, use that money, put a little bit in the bank to fund Hyperchange, put the rest of it right into Tesla stock at $277 per share. So that brings me to point number 2 of why Tesla stock. I could have bought anything in the world with this money that I had to invest. Why Tesla stock? Reason number 2 is Elon Musk is more confident than ever. The one thing I took away from the conference call and his, him going unhinged, him taking questions from me, and him tweeting about, profitability. Everyone seems to think Elon Musk is going off the deep end. The way I'm reading this in between the lines is that Elon Musk is more confident than ever in the future of Tesla and them getting to profitability. CEOs know a lot more than they're legally allowed to tell you on these conference calls and in the public. So, reading their underlying sentiment and sort of, where their head's at between the lines of what they're saying on conference calls is an incredibly valuable way to pick up the momentum or direction in any given business. And me, someone who's been on Tesla conference calls for 5 years now, listening to every single call, watching a ton of interviews with Elon Musk, the biggest takeaway I had from all of that is Elon Musk is incredibly confident in Tesla's ability to execute and get to profitability, and that is not something I'm taking lightly. I think it's a huge signal. Reason number 3, Tesla is trading at a 2 times 2018 price sales ratio. Now, I make a whole episode where I model Tesla and show you guys what I think about the financials, but for the purpose of this video, my entire point is I believe Tesla will almost double revenue to about $23 billion in 2018. At the price I bought in of $277, that's a $50 billion valuation, meaning I bought in at just over a little 2 times price sales. To me, that is an incredibly cheap multiple for Tesla, a company that's shown the ability to grow in revenue at an absurd rate since its IPO, over 10,000%. I think we're still in the early days of seeing Tesla grow to 100 billion in revenue and beyond. So to buy them for 2 times current sales, to me seems like an incredibly good deal. For those skeptics out there, you might well say like, oh, GM and Ford sell for less than 1 times price sales, so 2 times price sales still seems expensive. Kind of, but Tesla's growing at an incredible rate, almost 100% this year. Ford and GM are flat, perhaps even declining. My long-term thesis is that Tesla will be vastly more profitable per car than Ford or GM, and therefore be justifiably trading at a significantly higher price sales ratio in the long run. So I constantly expect Tesla to trade for 1 to 2 or maybe even 3 times price sales, depending on where the margins end up. But anyway, that is what it is. I just think as long as I've been watching Tesla, it's been trading at 5, 6, 4 times price sales ratio. I've never seen it this cheap. That brings me to my 4th point, which is that despite the stock being this cheap, Model 3 hell is over. Like, the company is producing the Model 3 at around 3,000 units per week. That's 150,000 units per year. That's, billions and billions in incremental revenue. They scaled up Model 3 production to 2,000 a week within 9 months. That's a feat that took them 5 years with the Model S and X. I mean, they are learning at an incredible pace. They're executing. 10 years ago, they had this master plan to put out a car for the masses that was going to sell hundreds of thousands of units and, had the iPhone moment of the auto industry. We're here. That is happening. The Model 3 has been the best-selling electric car every single month in 2018. It's coming up very close to dominating the BMW 3 Series, Mercedes E C-Class in market share. Like, all of this is happening. It's coming to fruition, this unbelievable dream that Elon and Tesla had. The 5th reason is that the Tesla Semi is coming next year. This is a very symbolic product, and not only is it going to generate a ton of revenue and be super disruptive as a product, but it shows how when you invest in Tesla, you're investing in a battery company and the disruptive potential of this battery technology to disrupt a ton of different industries. And now they're going beyond electric cars into electric trucks and freight, and that's a massive addressable market. This is a product that's been ordered by Walmart, FedEx, UPS, the who's who of the logistics industry. If Tesla can really make it cheaper to operate than diesel cars, this is going to take market share from rail, as Elon Musk indicates, potentially selling 100,000 plus of these trucks per year, tens of billions in revenue. From a business model standpoint, all of the gross profit from this truck, beyond building out the charging network, is going to go straight to the bottom line because Tesla has such a good brand and gets so much free press, they have to do no marketing at all to sell these trucks. And I think the entire economics of Tesla's business model are going to get so fun and profitable when people start to understand their operating expenses are fixed. And we are, in this sort of like 18-month inflection period where Tesla goes from burning a ton of money in its core business to making a ton of money in its core business. And I think the semi-truck is just like at the infancy, scratching the surface of how Tesla's going to reinvent the entire freight and logistics market. The short point here is there's the semi-truck, which has gotten me incredibly excited about the potential from a financial opportunity, I think is not being priced in at all to Tesla shares today. And you get a free option on Tesla's semi-truck business, which to me has huge potential. The sixth reason is the battery business has been validated. Nobody is talking about the fact that Tesla installed the world's biggest battery in 100 days in Australia, generated over $70 million of revenue from the project, but that's not even the biggest news. Australia's apparently already saved over $30 million just from how efficient that battery is. It's leading to potentially a gigawatt hour scale project that Elon Musk alluded to on the conference call that could be hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. And on a broader scale, Tesla has validated the thesis that batteries are a better grid storage tool than fossil fuels, and that is opening the door to a $100 billion trillion utility industry that Tesla is now on the way to disrupting. And this was a thesis that on paper looked great a couple years ago, but wasn't in reality, it wasn't in practice. Tesla hadn't built one of these mega batteries that was working in the real world. Now that is all changed. Tesla's validated they can do it. The battery is working. It's exceeded all expectations from the government, is leading to massive more contracts. The thesis of Tesla going from niche, super high-end electric car maker to mass market electric car maker to also electric truck maker to also battery company is literally playing out. Reason number 7, Warren Buffett's quote, "Be greedy when others are fearful." Nobody thinks Tesla can do it. The stock is at the lowest it's been in over a year. I feel like the sentiment with Tesla is among the worst it's ever been. I just have this gut feeling that there's never been a bigger dichotomy in how well the company's doing versus what the media is portraying the company as. And so this gap in expectations or like perception of the media and reality versus Tesla is where the opportunity lays. And I think in the next, couple quarters, we're going to see them go profitable with Model 3. We're going to see the semi-truck start to really gain traction. We're going to, have the Model Y, the pickup truck, the Roadster 2.0 in the pipeline. Tesla is setting up for an incredible inflection point in their business. They don't have to rely on the outside markets to fund their growth. And this is going to change the entire narrative in the media. And I think Tesla stock has dramatic upside from here. Once again, these are all just my opinions, but that is why I decided to add Tesla stock here, because I just think this is a once in a multi-year opportunity when the story itself has been more de-risked than ever, but the media is portraying it as riskier than ever. And that simple dichotomy to me is a massive opportunity. So I am long Tesla. I am unbelievably stoked about the future and where this is headed. If I had any more free cash, I would continue buying Tesla at these prices, but hey, that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you buying Tesla stock here? What do you think of the valuation? Would love to get more info. I have some awesome content modeling Tesla, modeling the Tesla network. Of course, I'm gonna be going to California to attend the shareholder meeting, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you wanna support Hyperchange, definitely check out our Patreon page for more info on that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.